a string of A-list stars linked to the horrific death of Qiao Renliang. In the previous episode, I talked about a sacrificial ritual called zhongshengji. In China's entertainment industry, two names have been linked to this ritual as its victims: Yu Menglong and Qiao Renliang. Last time we went in detail about Yu Menglong's case. Today we turn to the story of Qiao Renliang, said to be even more terrifying and tragic. What makes it even more chilling is not only what happened to him, but also the list of people who witnessed it. If I read it out loud, I fear many of you will be utterly shocked, because it includes some of the biggest A-list celebrities in Chinese entertainment. On October 2nd, according to commentator Li Muyang, citing information from his source, on September 12, 2016, Qiao Renliang flew to Beijing and never returned to Shanghai. 2 days later, on the 14th, he was murdered. His body was then transported by military aircraft to a second site in Shanghai, staged to make it look as though he had taken his own life. Who carried out this act? According to the revelations, it was none other than Wang Xikong, the notorious heir of the Dalian Wanda Group, the only son of Wang Jianlin, for years ranked by Forbes as the richest man in China. But what came next is even harder to believe. The informant said the list of people who witnessed the massacre that day was shocking in itself. Here's the full list: Zhao Wei, Wang Xikong, Lin Gangshan, Li Yifeng, Zhao Yingjun, Shui Jiqian, Wu Yifan, Song Xiaobao, Chen Shangcheng, Xu Haiqiao, Wang Jingyu, Lin Jiying, Zheng Xiaodong, Wang Shun, Xu Zheng, He Yang, Wang Fei, Hu Ge, Lu Zherong, Ben Shi, Wang Xiaoming, Xu Wei, Chen He, Ren Quan, Bao Beier, Han Han, and Zhu Zhen. According to commentator Li Muyang, there were also rumors surrounding Li Qiao Renliang's girlfriend. Some say she was Wang Xikong's ex-girlfriend, while others claim she had been deliberately arranged to seduce Qiao. And as we reported in the previous episode, there were also rumors that Qiao's birthday was the same as that of Xi Jinping's father, Xi Zhongxun, and that Qiao had long been chosen as a so-called lamplighter, a sacrificial pawn in the zhongshengji ritual. Which of these versions is true, we cannot confirm. But one thing seems clear. Wang Xikong was the mastermind behind the torture and killing of Qiao Renliang. According to netizens, Qiao's cousin, top A-list celebrity Zhao Wei, lured him to the crime scene, a villa called Xiangji Garden, described as one of Beijing's top 4 elite clubs, also known as the First Scene, located at number 51 Shirongshan Hutong, Beijing. Wang Xikong then tricked several princelings and wealthy heirs from Beijing and Shanghai into coming, under the pretense of attending a wine party, only to make them witnesses to this slaughter. It was alleged that Chinese actor Lin Gangshan and the famous Chinese writer Han Han took part directly in the killing. They knew in advance that Qiao was the target. Others did not. It should be noted that Wang Xikong's mother is Lin Gangshan's aunt, which makes them maternal cousins. Han Han, meanwhile, is personally very close to Wang Xikong. Once Qiao was lured to Xiangji Garden, the killers first murdered his close friend Nong Zi. Qiao, desperate to save his friend, agreed to show up, hoping his presence could spare Nong Zi's life. Instead, he was forced to watch as his friend was killed right in front of him. Wang Xikong had arranged for armed henchmen to be on site. When others present realized it was an actual murder and tried to intervene, Wang threatened them directly. Anyone who tried to help Qiao would die first. Anyone who refused to watch or tried to leave would also be killed. After killing Qiao Renliang, his body was flown by military aircraft to a second site in Shanghai, Taopu Villa in Putuo District. This was not Qiao's residence, and very few celebrities lived in that area. On the night of September 16th, Shanghai authorities officially announced Qiao's death. Afterwards, everyone involved had airtight alibis. According to accounts, Qiao suffered an unspeakably tragic death. I cannot describe the details here because of censorship concerns. One netizen, citing a police contact, said that when the body was found, it was already clear he had been dead for some time and that the location was not the original crime scene. At that time, China's richest man, Wang Jianlin, father of Wang Xikong and financial backer of Bo Xilai, personally went to Shanghai to manage the cover-up. He allegedly paid at least 70 million yuan, about 9.8 million USDs, to bribe the Shanghai police. Wu Jiming, then Shanghai police chief and nephew of Jiang Zemin, issued a gag order to completely bury the truth. The following year, the interior of number 51 Shirongshen Hutong in Beijing was completely demolished. Wang Xikong then gave Qiao's parents 100 million yuan, about 14 million USDs, in hush money. That is why they never dared to speak out, because if they tried to seek justice for their son, they themselves could be killed. When Qiao was finally buried, Shanghai Longhua Funeral Home had to 3D print parts of his body to complete the remains. And it didn't stop there. The perpetrators deliberately chose a profile photo of Qiao for his tombstone. In front of it, they placed a massive Mount Tai stone, and on it hammered in a soul-suppressing nail, meant to symbolize that Qiao would never rise again. At the funeral, to prevent people from noticing this nail, they even placed a microphone directly over it to hide it. This revealed their own fear, that Qiao might return for revenge, that retribution could still come. It is too terrifying. These acts, so devoid of conscience, can no longer be called human. They are the deeds of demons. Here are the latest updates on the Yu Menglong case. The latest leaked footage of Yu Menglong. According to Vision Times, on October 2nd, a netizen dropped a bombshell on Platform X, an explosive revelation that instantly shocked the public. A never-before-seen video surfaced showing two unidentified men dragging a severely injured and extremely weak Yu Menglong out of what appeared to be an apartment building. Within minutes, the footage sent shockwaves across the internet. But now, I can only find screenshots. Almost at the same time, another piece of footage emerged for the first time. But once again, I can now only find a screenshot. In this image, Yu Menglong appears bound with his hands tied behind a chair. Two men press down on his arms tightly, while a third man takes a bottle of alcohol and pours it into his mouth. The scene has left many wondering if this was intentional abuse and outright torture. Vision Times reported that the footage did not look like something captured by accident. The angles appeared highly professional, raising suspicions that long-range equipment and even audio devices were involved. Clearly, this was not the work of random paparazzi or bystanders. Some commenters argued that the gradual release of leaks, starting with blurry photos and short clips, then clearer images, and now full HD video, was no coincidence. Instead, they believe it was a carefully orchestrated operation meant to test public reaction, step by step, and control the narrative. Others took the theory further, suggesting that another force may be behind all this. How else, they asked, could so many photos and videos surface so quickly after the incident? The suspicion is that a powerful group, long in possession of crucial evidence, is now strategically releasing it piece by piece. Some even believe they are deliberately mixing authentic footage with fakes, sowing confusion before eventually swooping in with debunking campaigns to seize back control of the story. Still, another group insists that all the leaked material has always been real, only now is it finally being exposed. Whatever the truth, one fact is undeniable. The storm surrounding Yu Menglong has not subsided. If anything, it is spiraling further into unpredictable and dangerous territory. Rehearsed torture? Another shocking revelation came from commentator Li Daiyu on October 3rd. Daiyu revealed that some reports claimed the perpetrators had actually rehearsed the killing of Yu Menglong beforehand, and that he had been subjected to continuous torture since April of this year. The evidence, according to these reports, included leaked images showing him being abused, as well as the fact that Yu had often appeared with visible injuries on his face since the beginning of the year. This strongly suggested that the violence against him did not suddenly begin in September, as many had assumed, but had in fact started much earlier. Yet some voices dismissed the footage as nothing more than a so-called escape room game, a role-playing activity where participants pretend to be trapped and try to escape, implying that it had nothing to do with Yu Menglong. On September 23rd, Taiwanese actress and model Sunny Lin openly challenged this explanation on Weibo, stressing, that the video looked nothing like an escape room, and accusing authorities of censoring keywords and information. She demanded, "What kind of country is this?" Her post was deleted within a minute, but she quickly reposted it on overseas threads, angrily writing, "If it really is just an escape room, then what are you afraid of?" Her boldness was widely praised by netizens, though many also voiced concern for her safety. Furthermore, Yu added that the latest revelation suggests that while Yu Menglong was still alive, he was added to a strange group chat where people discussed various schemes and games, even setting a final deadline. All of these discussions unfolded right before his eyes, until he eventually realized that every plan and deadline in the group was targeting him. And it was absolutely horrifying. If all this information is true, then this case was not just a random killing, but one that was meticulously planned, deliberately staged, and even rehearsed in a truly sinister way. Voices of support under threat. As the case deepens, those who dare to speak up on Yu Menglong's behalf are facing escalating threats. His longtime mentor in Taiwan, Sun Durong, has repeatedly defended his student. He even went so far as to file a symbolic petition to the underworld at a temple, praying for justice. But on October 1st, he received a chilling warning, a so-called death notice, predicting his own demise, with Duyan even marking October 2025 as his supposed date of death. Fearing for his safety, Sun publicly issued a non-taking-own-life statement, stressing that he is only fighting for justice for his student, and that if anything were to happen to him, it would never be by his own hand. Strange phenomena. After Yu Menglong's death. Since Yu Menglong's death, reports of unusual omens have been surfacing across different regions. In his neighborhood, when memorial flowers were burned, a swirling ring of fire suddenly appeared. In Beijing, witnesses reported a fleeting but bizarre ice river phenomenon. In Xinjiang, the night sky once lit up with lightning that lasted for nearly 30 seconds. And on October 1st, China's National Day, Yu Menglong's hometown in Xinjiang was struck by a rare, massive snowstorm. Local residents said it was the heaviest snowfall they had ever seen in their lives. Many netizens believe these strange phenomena symbolize a restless soul unable to find peace. Some even drew comparisons to the ancient tale, The Injustice to Do-yi, sighing, "How deep must this injustice be to shake both heaven and earth?" According to Wikipedia, The Injustice to Do-yi is a Chinese Zhou play written by Guan Hanqing during the Yuan dynasty. The story follows a child bride turned widow, Do-yi, who is wrongly convicted of crimes by a corrupt court official for actions perpetrated by a rejected suitor, Zhang the Mule. After her execution, 3 prophesied phenomena occur to prove her innocence: blood raining from the sky, snow in June, and a 3-year drought. After a visit from the ghost of Du-yi, her father eventually brings the corrupt court official, a doctor, and Mule Zhang to justice, thereby vindicating his daughter. It has now been nearly a month, and instead of fading away, Yu Menglong's case has only continued to attract growing attention both domestically and internationally, something extremely rare. Commentator Yu observed that when any event endures for such a long period, 2 months or more, it often marks a historic turning point, much like the anti-extradition movement or the pandemic. We will continue to follow the unfolding developments of this case. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this analysis valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.